Well, good afternoon. I just thought maybe I'd pop out here after work, sit outside on what I'm guessing are going to be some of the few beautiful days we got left. I am noticing it's getting darker at night and colder at night, and then I get up in the morning and where I've been all summer long, 24-hour daylight. Well, I'm waking up in the morning now to go out and start the car or the truck, and it's dark outside. It's getting chilly, so not quite time to dig out that winter coat. I'm not willing to surrender. Not surrendering, but I will. I actually like the winter, but man, summers here are awesome. This is part of my front yard, believe it or not. It's super pretty, but this is where I live. Um, but it's just such a beautiful day out today, and I had a really kind of a long day at work today. It wasn't terrible. Had a lot of paperwork to get done, reports to turn in, all the things. So Mondays and Fridays are very paperwork heavy, which is whatever, no big deal. They're usually interview heavy too. So, but luckily today I didn't have any interviews. The only problem I had today is people not turning in their blessed homework. So tomorrow they're going to love me because the 4 that didn't turn in their homework, they're getting extra homework. They need to learn the value of turning things in time when Miss Woodworth asks for it. So, yeah, a little bit mean, but they need to learn, so they're going to learn, and I know how to teach them. I know what buttons to push. So, anyway, but it's just a beautiful day. I thought I'd come out and say, good afternoon, and I hope that you're having a really blessed day. It was nice just to have calmness today, to have warm, little bit overcast, not terrible. The backyard's a little fuller of the blue light than it is on this side. But we did have a seagull fly over, and I live 1 mile exactly from the beach inward. If you've like straight line, I'm 1 mile in and about 75 feet in elevation above the bluff. And a seagull flew over, and usually here in Alaska, when the seagulls fly over, it usually means that there's a storm coming. So I don't know if it was just a stray seagull. My husband thought it was a falcon, which he might have been right. I don't know. The If you look up at them, the bottoms of a falcon, I guess, and the bottom of a female seagull kind of look the same. So I don't know. Maybe he was right. But then that would beg the question: what is a falcon doing in Alaska unless somebody had it as a pet and it escaped? I don't know. But I am just really loving today. I finally get to relax. I'm looking forward to my trip this weekend. I'm actually doing the laundry for it now because I have this obsession with fluffy blankets. So I have like 3 pink fluffy blankets and tons of fluffy pillows. And so I don't like to go to hotels because it's always linen and it's cotton and it's crisp. And of course, for normal people, it's beautiful. But in my world, it's got to be fuzzy if I'm expected to sleep in it. So must bring the fuzzy blanket. Gonna do that. But I'm looking forward to it. Apparently the whole weekend is already planned. I don't know what some of them plans are. But from what I understand, this trip is supposed to be first class all the way. I don't know what my son's up to, but he is just, bless him for it. I think he knew I needed the break, and I wanted to go on a train my whole life. I remember vaguely going on one in second grade. I just don't have a lot of memory of it. The only thing I do remember is we went to Whittier, Alaska, which you go through this tunnel. In Whittier, the whole town of Whittier lives under one building. Look Whittier, Alaska up online, and it's the most unique town in Alaska. It's been here since, I guess, World War II. There's apparently, supposedly, old bunkers and stuff still up on the hills. I don't know much about it. And the building that everyone lives under, there are tunnels that go under the building and then to a couple other outer buildings. Um, Supposedly, it's haunted. I don't believe usually in that kind of thing. It doesn't negate the fact that maybe there's not some demonic activity because God only knows who lives in that building. But the building has a post office and a grocery store and just everything under one roof. But it's got a tunnel that you have to actually pay through to pay to get back and forth on it. I've always wondered how the citizens that actually live there, if they have to pay every time they come through it. But I don't know, maybe they have some kind of like I live here card or something. But I'm looking forward to that. We're not going to Whittier. We're going to be going to Denali. When President Obama was in office, he came up here and he named Mount McKinley Denali without asking anybody, and nobody liked his opinion. So when Trump came back in office, he renamed it Mount McKinley, and I've always called it Mount McKinley, but the park is called Denali National Park. But Mount McKinley will always be Mount McKinley. So named after a very famous man. But on that trip, I'm going to be vlogging it. I'm going to take some videos. It'll probably be maybe the only time in my life I get to go. I don't know. Sorry, fly. And I'm going to take lots of pictures, lots of video, and I'll post them so that those of you that may not get to see it can see it. You can go online to YouTube and look at loads of videos of Denali National Park. There's all kinds of bears and critters, and it's way up in the interior of Alaska, like way far from here. I guess the train ride, from what I understand, is like 6 hours. Not real sure. Either way, it's going to be fun. But anyway, I suppose I should probably get inside, get the laundry. I got home, went out in the backyard, and my raspberry bushes are blooming. So, of course, I had to go grab a handful of berries off the bush. The dogs wanted to try them, so I gave some to Zeus and Lucy, and they weren't having it. Lucy kind of chewed on it a little bit, and she's like, blah, 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 and she spit it out. But Zeus just took one little taste, and he didn't want nothing to do with it after that. But, he's a silly dog. But we now have 4 dogs, and we still have 1 bunny. She is cute as can be, but we did unfortunately lose Affy, our goldfish, so we're no more fishes. And I'm not going to get any more. Taking care of fish is really hard, and now I have all this fish equipment I don't know what to do with, so I'll probably just put it on Facebook and see if I can find it a new home, because it's taking over my dining room. But anyway, yeah, strawberries, raspberries, snapdragons, fireweed. We have beautiful flowers. We didn't plant them, and I don't know where they came from, but they're gorgeous, and they've been here. The pink ones have been here since we moved in, and the red one didn't show up until this year. Let me see if I can find them. They just sort of sprouted up at random along the driveway. So here's the beautiful red one. Maybe you guys might know what that is. Super pretty. This is my front yard. About an acre of it in the front and a couple in the back, and I want it all wild. I don't want this to be, the Shasta daisies are kind of dying, but we had thousands of Shasta daisies out here earlier. The flowers tend to change every few months, but this little red flower, I don't know where it came from. And then here's the little pink ones, and it started out with just 1 flower the year we moved in. More Shasta daisies. They're normally prettier daisies than that, but they're starting to die. But I don't know what they are, but it was just 1 flower, and then every year it seems like a new flower, maybe 2 new flowers grow up. I love this one in particular. It's got the pink, the white, the red. It's just gorgeous. But loads of wildlife out here. You can see my neighbor's house way over there. But anyway, I just thought I'd share part of my afternoon with you, and I should probably go finish packing and laundry and all the things. Then I got work tomorrow. I have one-on-ones back to back, back all day long. That'll be a good time. And then Wednesday, and then after work on Wednesday, I'm off and running. Rumor has it I have to be up at 3 in the morning to drive to Anchorage to catch a train at 7. It's supposed to be a relaxing weekend. So I'm probably going to sleep on the way up. But anyway, you guys have a really great day. God bless everybody. And for those of you that are enjoying the dollhouse content, that was kind of a weird side thing, but I'm noticing that a lot of people are watching it. And so if you are watching my videos, I am noticing that I only have 45 subscribers, which is whatever. But there are a lot of people watching my channel that are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. You catch it and just watch the ones you want. You ain't got to watch them all, but if you're really interested in the dollhouse, I'm going to try to save them all under a playlist so they're easy to get to. And I'll probably, you know, if I come up with some other crazy art or whatever, I don't know. I'll make a playlist for that too. But the point of this channel is just to kind of share my life with you and all the crazy garbage I get up to, which as you can see is a lot. So have a good day, and I will see you on the next.